Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So as you can see by the title, I will be putting on both of these palettes in my eyes. It's the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette as well as the Rose Gold edition. This is the first one that she came out with, and this is the second one that she came out with. This is what the palettes look like. The top one doesn't have a mirror, the bottom one has a mirror. They're both worth the same, so you decide which one you want to get. Well, you guys will see my opinions on these palettes at the end of this video. You can fast forward if you like, or you can see how I put these on my eyes. And yeah, if you guys would like to see how I put these on my eyes, just keep on watching. So as you guys can see, I have my foundation on, my eyebrows done, and I'm baking my face right now. And I actually have both palettes right in front of me, and we're gonna start off with these swatches. So I'm actually gonna start with the Rose Gold palette, and I'm gonna start off with the shade Flamingo, which is this shade right here. And with a Morphe blending brush, I'm just gonna put that on my crease. And of course, the reason why I'm using the first palette is because in here, in the Desert Dusk palette, she only has this purple shade, and I really don't want to use that as a transition color. I want to use that for like the outer corner. She doesn't really have like light purples or anything like that, and I still wanted to use her own product, because for the most part all of her formulas are the same on both palettes. So that's why I'm using the first palette to use the transition color. Now with a more precise Morphe brush, this one actually has that number on it. It's an M222 brush. I'm gonna take this purple shade right here, and I'm gonna put it on my transition, but a little bit, I'm gonna put it on my crease, but a little bit lower and more focused on the outer corners. So let me just zoom this in a little. And now with my finger, I'm going to take this shade right here. It's called Twilight. And I'm going to be putting that in my lid. She says these shades apply better when you use your fingers. So that's why I'm using my fingers over a brush. I just can't with that shit. It's so pretty. So now I'm just going to wipe this off my face, and I'll be right back. Okay, now that I've wiped off the powder off my face, I'm going to take the same Morphe M222 brush and use the shade Flamingo from the first palette, from the Rose Gold edition palette. And I'm going to take the shade Flamingo again, just under my eyes, on my waterline. Now I'm going to go back to this purple shade right here in the Desert Dusk palette and put it on the bottom outer corners. Now that my eyeshadow is all done, I'm just going to finish the rest of my eyes off camera, and I will be right back. So I actually did my bronzer and stuff, and I waited to do my highlight on camera because I'm going to be using Moonchild for like, not my first time, but like the first time in a long time kind of thing. And it's because like it has these two purple shades right here that looks amazing with this eye look. So I'm actually gonna try the shade Blue Moon, which is the bottom one right here. Bottom one right here. And I'm gonna put this in the inner corner of my eyes because I think it would look amazing there. So let's try. And now with a Sigma F06 brush, I'm gonna use the shade Purple Horseshoe on my cheeks. Now let's see how this would look. I'm kind of excited. Now that my eyes are really bold and my highlight is bold, I'm just going to use like a nude lipstick. And I'm just going to use the shade No Shade by the Desi X Katie Dose of Color collection. Okay, you guys, so this is actually the final look. And before I let you guys know what my opinion is about this palette, I'm just going to show you some swatches between the two palettes, just in case you have one and want to know how the other one is, or you don't know which one of the two to get. Before I say that, I will say that the first palette is a limited edition, so once it's out, it will no longer be back in stock. So just keep that in mind. I'm gonna swatch some of the shades that look similar, like for example, I'm gonna swatch Henna, and I'm gonna swatch Amber, and this shade right here, what's it called? Eden, I don't know. So I'm gonna swatch Henna first. I know my swatches aren't the best, but this is Henna from the first palette. It's a little bit more cooler than Amber from the second palette, which is this middle shade right here, and this is Eden from the second palette. Okay, next I swatch Bay from the first palette, which is the rose gold palette, and this is a more of a yellow undertoned lights color versus Desert Sand from the second palette, and this is a more peachy color. So they're really different, although they look similar on the pan. Next I swatch Moon Dust, which is this shade right here, and this is from the rose gold edition. And after that, I swatched Celestial from the Desert Sand palette. And after that, I swatched Nefertiti. I can't even say that one. But I swatched this shade right here. And although they look pretty similar on the pan, as you can see, they look very different on my arm. So I definitely just swatched some shades that look similar on the pan, but very different swatched. And if you guys would like to see more shades swatched, just let me know through my Snapchat, which is linked down below. Okay, as you can see, these palettes look very similar in the pan, but when you swatch these colors, they're actually very, very different. The top one is the rose gold edition. The bottom one is the Desert Dusk palette. Oh my gosh, I kept saying Desert Sand. It's Desert Dusk, okay? So the top one looks more like a fall kind of color because they have darker shades, and the bottom looks more spring to me because it has a lot of warm tone colors. I personally am obsessed with the warm tone colors, so I go towards the bottom palette versus the top palette, but I still like them both nonetheless. Like, they have amazing formula. It applies well on the eyes. It blends very good. So I approve of both of these palettes. It's more of like your decision to see like which colors you guys would actually wear. The first edition palette does not have a mirror, which is like, it's the same price, but it doesn't have a mirror. Versus the first palette, I mean the one that just came out, that has a mirror. And it has this beautiful cover. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, just give it a thumbs up. And if there are any products that you guys would like me to try, just leave me a comment down below and I will be looking at it, and will definitely post a video of whatever you guys choose. I hope you guys enjoyed me putting this purple look, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.